Hey guys, what's up? It's Clary Berry, and I'm here today to talk to you about the Saturn stationing direct. So we're going to look at this and what it means for each one of the signs. So you can also use this on, not just your sun sign, but your rising, your moon, your Venus, your Mars, your Mercury, whatever, and cross-watchers are welcome as well. So we're just going to jump right in. We've been in Mercury retrograde since like May 23rd-ish, 23rd, and we're finally coming out of this retrograde here in on the 11th of October. So all of us have been going through this, okay? And it's kind of like it's been affecting each of us differently, but there's definitely been blockages in, work and creativity for most people. Just as a note, the shadow period does not end until the 15th of January. For some people, I think, more blockages in love and the way that we're thinking about things. Like Saturn, of course, represents a lot of the boundaries, the blockages, the things that you need to change, which can be also kind of tied into some of your healing. So, with the retrograde, and, we started off in Capricorn, now in Aquarius, but it's definitely brought some issues. It's brought some problems. It's brought, things and highlighted things like health problems, like things that make you want to cry, debt, obstacles, just being completely off balance. It has to do with karmic debts, and this is just a time where a lot of us are kind of sinking and have been sinking into like the shame and the guilt of things that we've said or done to loved ones. And it's really a time that can be kind of a low time for people, okay? Creativity had been stifled, and different issues can manifest, okay? So we're just going to look at some of the ways that this might have been affecting each sign based on where this Saturn in Aquarius is landing. And so you can think about, if we're talking about the issues and the blockages, now it's not that everything is going to completely clear up all in one day right as this happens, but again, from October 11th through January 15th, you're going to see these lessons, that really need to be learned. We're going to finally get to that point where, yes, we've accomplished this. We've learned this. We're moving forward. There's even more action that we're able to take now because it's going direct. These boundaries are going to be clearing up, and we're able to make more progress than we've been able to maybe make in a really long time. Okay, so it has to do with our learning, has to do with getting into, the things that we're doing at a deeper level, getting that level of expertise, has to do with, being politically correct and having those conversations, the thinking and the talking that actually leads to something, that actually leads to some action and some forward movement and growth. And of course, you just have to mention boundaries with Saturn and Saturn moving direct. This is, taking that healing to the next level. Finally, getting through and being able to set boundaries for your own good, be responsible, show up. It's been for a while, it's been, we've been kind of almost, like I said, depressive and, almost just like put your head down and work through it. And I think because you were able to do that, because you were just able to say, I got to get this done. I got to do what I got to do. I got to, a lot of it has to do with children and, creation and being responsible. The responsibilities that we do have definitely showing up. And, it's not that we're stuck in doing those, but just that we're stuck in ways, and we have been. And we've been getting these reality checks that have, are somewhat painful during this time. So again, we're going to dive in and look at, for each for each sign here. So for Aquarius, first house, this is, Saturn is stationing direct in your first house, basically here. So, you've been dealing with it, maybe not the whole time since, May, because again, we were in Capricorn, so it would be a different house back then. But lately, you've been really having maybe some blockages in expressing yourself the way that you really want to express yourself, okay? And it's like, now you're able to make a whole new, complete change and flourish. And I think you're really able to see, again, where you were maybe slacking before, or just not being true to yourself in some way. You're going to be able to have some control now, some new opportunities, some new beginnings here, and, something that is able to not define you, but something similar to that, like really epitomize, and kind of like new themes popping up in the way, again, that you're kind of going to be expressing yourself and just your outlook in general, okay? So we've had blockages with that, presenting yourself to the world, and now you're going to be able to work through some of those blockages that you might have had and get some new beginnings. Could be a new style where you're, you're no longer hiding, your best features, or you finally figured out your style, or, again, just you've realized, good posture, something that really can open up, who knows, first impressions mean a lot, and the way you present yourself can really leak into and affect other areas of your life to really help you out. So when we look at Pisces has been dealing with a lot of, like, you could just say blockages to closure, just something that wouldn't end. It's just like, when is this going to end? It might have had to do, with marriages and death and the things you call the church for, like all of those things. And again, what we're having is, like, we've been with Saturn in retrograde, we've been, having to learn these hard lessons, having to go through these really hard, spiritually profound things. And this has to do with, the afterlife here too. So it's like, maybe after, someone dies, or, you totally are having to recreate something, in your life, similar to a death. It's about what's next, what are we doing? And it's like, it's kind of like, for a while, you've just been blocked from knowing, blocked from getting that closure. You've been working on it and working on it. When is this period going to end? It's just something that you have to get through, honestly. So the endings, they've been long, they've been slow. We've had, again, blockages to getting that closure. And now, once this is clearing up, as we go again through the shadow period here into January, we're able to finally see the wheels turning. We're able to finally get to work on something new, because, again, we're clearing some of this really profound, it's like there's rubble, that we've got to sort through after some of these endings, some of these things that have been crashing down. We've got to clean up the mess and move on. And we're finally able to start doing that a little bit more. So it's good news, good healing. Keep on with that self-love and self-care. So yeah, and some of this energy has just been with us for so long, and it can be really heavy. And even though, I think there were certain aspects this year that really made it not quite so bad, it is still pretty heavy for a lot of us. And again, some more so than others. And, going direct here, I think, is really going to help certain signs: Gemini, Libra, Capricorn, Sagittarius, Aquarius. This is really going to be helpful for those signs in particular. Okay, so let's see. We have Aries, and Aries, Saturn has been affecting the friend group, the 11th house there, and also being able to speak out about what's right and what's wrong. We have the same cards. That's so great. So again, we've kind of been limiting ourselves in maybe how we've been working with people, or maybe our work friends. And also, again, just being able to speak our minds and say who, you know, what we like, really speak our truth, you know. And it's like, now we're going to get past that. We're going to get past this, whatever was blocking us, and causing us to feel like we couldn't speak out or couldn't be ourselves around our friends. Either, you know, we've found new friends that are just perfect for us, and we're controlling better who we're letting in our lives, and surrounding ourselves by others that are similar. You know, I think that's probably part of this, is just like taking action and really, you know, again, maybe meeting people through work, or meeting people that are, again, just very more similar to you, and have the same outlooks, and you can really communicate and kind of speak the same language with them. So all in all, just really getting a deeper, I think, connection and synchronicity with other people, and you're just like more in sync with them, and getting, you know, what you want, which it, you know, seems like the blockages there were with the connections, you know. So yeah, that's good. Be able to move forward with either a whole new friends group, or a new way of interacting with your friends and your, you know, close friends and family. Okay, so for Taurus, okay, we have this Saturn going direct in Aquarius in the 10th house for Taurus. So this is speaking to long-term goals. And I think, you know, Taurus has had some issues in, you know, not just even since May, you know, but it's been clearing up some of the bigger moments, and really reflecting on those past choices, like, again, a lot of us have, dealing with some of the guilt, the shame, the just being stuck, not knowing what you want to do with the rest of your life, not necessarily wanting to do, you know, the thing that everybody wants you to do. Like, oh, you know, it reminds me of like kids going to college. Everybody wants you to go to college, you know, but what if you want to go to a trade school and you'll do just fine? It's like the long-term goals, finally you're going to be figuring things out now, you know, with your career, with your long-term goals, piecing the goals together about what you want, how you're going to get there, you know, the systems, the plans, the timelines, and everything that's going to get you there. So finally going to have some movement, some resolution there. So that's really, really, really good. And get some good action on working towards your career goals. So awesome. So Gemini has been having some issues and blockages this summer with seeing the bigger picture, with higher thinking. Again, there's sort of this energy of expectations, you know, expectations to do certain things, and maybe going in a different direction, figuring out what you really want to do, what you really care about, how you really see the world. Of course, definitely been interested in worldly affairs, but it's almost like you've been missing something there. And so the bigger picture was blinding you. It was, you know, it's two left, two right, two up, two down. It's black or white. That's how you've been thinking about certain things, you know. Again, probably this could be politically, political ideologies, things like that. Higher thinking could be, you know, religious as well, things like that. But, and it could just be getting into a deeper subject, you know, whatever the subject is, you really wanted to be, you know, getting to another level of talking about it, of thinking about it, relating to it. But maybe, again, you just missing a piece of the puzzle there. And now you're going to be able to put that puzzle together, and it's going to feel good. It's going to feel really good. It's going to help you, again, to reach definite understanding here, which is, of course, what Gemini loves, is to understand things, understand what's going on in the world, understand their position in the world, and their position to, again, that higher self, that higher power as well. So again, big picture stuff there. And, you know, outlook on life, philosophy, all of that stuff is really, there's a lot of capability, a lot of potential for some change there coming through, okay? And really some awakenings for the world. through, you know, through this Saturn stationing direct. Okay. So those restrictions are being lifted. So Cancer has Saturn stationing direct in the 8th house. So Cancer's been also going through some really deep experiences, really deep changes. I think this whole summer, you know, there's been some, I would say, sexual blockages, sexual changes. It's kind of like sex and money, you know, you're these kind of, you know, I guess masculine like ideals here coming through with these wands. But this is really, again, being able to see a new opportunity. There was definitely like this stuck in a deep situation, you know, it's like, oh my gosh, it's like, how are we going to get out of this situation? You know, like we're stuck, it's a little bit of helpless despair, you know, like that depressed energy, like always just fighting something off. What else is going to happen next? You might be hopefully trying to stop yourself from saying things like that. Like, what else can happen? What else can go wrong? Like, don't allow yourself to say that. And even just feeling like you're always working and always giving and always doing, and it's like wanting to have more profound experiences. Again, that's going to be changing, and there's going to be a renewed passion coming through with, even, you know, it doesn't have to be something big really happening, but just getting to that deeper appreciation of life, even on a regular basis, like with your regular everyday actions, and the things that you already do. Just getting back to again, those deeper experiences. And so, yeah, possible investments could be going better. The love life could be going better after this station's direct. And again, just having more deeper and profound experiences in life right now. And some lifting of that deep, dark mood as well for Cancer. Okay, so let's look at Leo. Leo has Saturn stationing direct in the 7th house, the house of partners, you know, teamworks and alliances. So let's see how this plays out. Yeah, the communication might have been really stuck. You might have been feeling like there's a wall up between you and people, and even your, you know, your close partners just might have not felt so close, you know. It's like almost like there's a film in between you, or like, you know, something, just of course a good Saturn blockage or restriction in kind of how confident, you know, you feel in the partnership, and how much teamwork, you know, how it's like, how good of a team are you able to be. And there was some realizations that have had to happen here, and, you know, some, I think, kind of growth and changes. Like, again, we were just a little bit stuck with some of that communication, you know, whereas normally Leo, very good, you know, very like extroverted, and just really likes that, you know, connection. There might have been too much, you know, going on, too much to take in, too much to handle, too much to mentally process here. And kind of, you know, again, we just needed to go within for a little while and sort of kind of refresh, reboot, focus on yourself, achieve and master something. So really good time, you know, hopefully you've been doing some shadow work, inner child healing, things like that, to be, you know, be there. It's like showing up for, if you want to show up for your partner, whether it's marriage partner, work partner, whatever, be the best teammate that you can possibly be. You know, sometimes you just have to take that rest. And that's what this time period was. So now, you know, you'll be seeing things kind of bustle back up like you like them, and be clicking, hopefully, again, after you've gone within a little bit there. Okay, so on the Virgo, for Virgo, we have Saturn stationing direct in the 6th house. This would be, you know, your body, the health, the refresh, and it's mental and emotional health as well, and the habits that kind of go along with how we think, what we buy into, the give and take in life here, and your relationship with your higher power to lead you to self-improvement. All of this, we've had blockages. We've had blockages with our bodies here. Blockages, you know, getting that pure, healthy energy, you know, and have in structure of those good habits that we want to have, healthy habits, you know. Our self-improvement has been put on the back burner here. Might have been giving into some indulgences. We might have been a little bit more selfish, and now it's a time where, you know, we're going to find that balance again, especially this good Libra time to go ahead and savor that balance and reclaim that balance in life for Virgo there. Balance in health, again, healthy habits, and, you know, paying it forward, giving back as well, which is just a healthy thing inside and out to do as well, you know. So, okay, let's look at Libra. We have Libra stationing direct in the 5th house. This is love. This is romance. Could be here some very spicy passion here. But again, it's been blockages. So now, you know, again, not to say all the blockages are going to be completely cleared up, but I think you're definitely going to feel a big shift. Definitely in some of this passion and just being, you know, there's definite, you know, reptilian base pleasure sort of coming across there for sure. Definitely very spicy. And it's, again, it's like you might have felt like you've been having to work at it, and you might have not been having the best luck with love and romance lately. But now you're kind of entering back into that playful, I'm going to get my footing with this again, and I'm going to, you know, maybe have some better luck and some better opportunities in love and romance during this time. So good news for that. Scorpio has Saturn stationing direct in the 4th house of home and family and children and, you know, like moms, matriarchs. And so again, more fire. There's just a lot of fire. You can see how, you know, action. Things are finally happening. Things are finally happening at home. We're finally feeling stable here at home. Okay, Scorpio, again, Saturn stationing direct in the 4th house of home and family and children. So there's finally the feeling of accomplishment. I did something. I'm satisfied with this. I'm satisfied with this action. It reminds me of like finally getting some cleaning done at home, finally being able to rearrange a children's room or to make the nursery, because we were looking ahead here too, getting things ready for certain things, maybe getting things ready for the winter, getting things ready, depending on where you're at, you know, for the summer, whatever. Pulling out the little, you know, the snow gear. That's just how it's coming across, kind of getting ready for that deep, long winter is coming, right? So Sagittarius, Saturn stationing direct in the 3rd house of thinking and communication and social events and energy. So lots of buzzing, lots of thinking. I think we've been maybe not as clear-headed as we could have been, and our communication has maybe been off as well. Our social energy just a little bit blocked, or always comparing ourselves to others, and just kind of maybe keeping you in a little bit of a funk this summer with, you know, with the social energy. Again, this thinking clearly and communication. But now, you know, again, that Saturn is stationing direct and through January, you know, it's going to be, again, little by little coming back. But we're definitely clearing up some confusions and being able to communicate in a much more succinct way, and without, I think, hurting people's feelings as well. So just a nicer communication and a more fair communication as well here in Libra season, right? So, okay, for Capricorn, we have the Saturn stationing direct in the second house of, you know, money, work, values, habits, etc. So very Capricornian there. Okay, so yeah, it's been like all the things we've been working for, all the goals, long-term goals, all the good things in life here that we've been trying to attain. It's like, oh, finally, again, finally, it's kind of like finally getting somewhere with money. It's finally stacking up those bills, making you happy, finally seeing those gains, finally able to afford, you know, that nice thing that you really have wanted to make, you know, to make yourself feel like a success, you know, or like you deserve it. Just the thing that you need to really make your life better and to really feel like you made it, you know, right now. Like the one thing that you just wanted, something that maybe, again, will help you in your everyday life, almost like a new dishwasher, you know, so mama doesn't have to work new, you know, or something like that, that's going to really help you in your everyday life, or else something that is valuable to you that's going to be able to like make you more money and help you to work better. So that could be anything from degrees to tools or whatever, but it's like the things that you've needed, the material things, you know, the material blockages, you couldn't afford it, or you just couldn't, could be like the supply chain problems, or even the labor shortages that we've been having, you know, causing people to not be able to get the things that they need to do the job, or, you know, to make the sale or whatever. So now, you know, little by little, we'll be able to kind of work out those kinks and be able to have things just work, you know, for us on a regular basis. And to be, again, to be able to kind of get those things that we really need, you know, get that new blender that you need to start this new healthy habit, or, you know, whatever it is, get that computer, or, you know, whatever you need to do the job to be able to get the things you need to get it done. So those blockages, whatever was restricting that, you know, those types of things from being able to come into your life, and for you to be able to have what you need and to be able to do what you need on a daily basis, now you're figuring, and again, can be very, you know, good improvements to our quality of life right now. So that's really exciting there for Capricorn. So again, keep in mind this energy is lasting throughout the shadow period, ending January 15th, 2022. So we are learning, we are gaining the expertise in these areas. So again, you can check these out for your rising, your moon, your Venus, your Mars, Mercury, etc. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you think. Take care. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.